Today I'll be talking about Craig Santos Perez's poem, Rings of Fire. This poem explores how a simple family moment, a child's birthday, connects to much larger issues of climate change, violence, and global crisis. I chose this poem as I believe it reflects the horrors happening all around us. In Canada, the 2025 wildfire season is already the second worst on record in terms of area burned, with around 72,000 kilometer squares by August. The ethnic cleansing of Gaza, Sudan, and Congo are only a few of the disgusting global crises happening around the world that no one seems too worried about. We need more people like Perez who are doing their part in raising awareness for the devastating situations going on right now. For this poem, I'll be presenting a denotative reading, a thesis/argument, and 3 supporting points. On the surface level, Rings of Fire describes a family birthday party in Honolulu during the hottest April on record. The speaker's parents are cooking, his daughter has a fever, and the family celebrates together even though the heat is extremely intense. At the same time, the poem mentions volcanoes erupting, wildfires, and wars happening all across the world. It ends with the family singing happy birthday and blowing out candles, the smoke trembling in the hot air. Even though it's technically about a birthday, there's fire everywhere, in the grill, in the candles, and in the world beyond their home. My thesis/main argument is that Perez uses this domestic scene as a mirror for the planet's crisis. The same fire that warms a family meal or marks a child's birthday also destroys forests and cities. The poem shows that caring for a child and caring for the earth are part of the same responsibility. This is the only planet we've got for now. The worse we treat it, the worse the conditions will be for our children, our children's children, and so on. It's both deeply personal and powerfully global. For my 3 supporting points, I chose domestic/global parallels, fire as a metaphor, and responsibility and hope. First, Perez blends scenes of home with scenes of disaster. He writes, "We host a small family party during the hottest April in history." And just a few lines later, volcanoes erupt, forests in Indonesia are razed. The quick shift between those 2 worlds shows that what happens in one place affects the other. His use of running one image into the next makes the family's backyard feel as close as the burning forests. It's his way of saying that no one lives apart from the planet's heat. If our planet suffers, so do we. Next, the poem's central image, fire, works on several levels. Perez recalls his wife saying, "When she crowned, it felt like rings of fire," describing both the pain and miracle of childbirth. Later he writes, "Violence rises with the temperature, which knows no borders." Here, fire stands for the daughter's fever, for birth, and for global destruction. Through metaphor and symbolism, the poem suggests that the body and the earth share the same fever. Both are overheated and both are extremely fragile. Finally, Perez balances crisis with love and hope. The speaker's father says, "Scatter my ashes to the ocean, far from this heat." At the end, the family sings, "Happy Birthday," and blows out the candles together. Those moments of tenderness matter. Through imagery and a shift in tone, Perez reminds us that even in a burning world, we still celebrate, nurture, and wish for renewal. It's a quiet call to protect what we love, to protect our planet. To sum up my presentation, the poem Rings of Fire shows a family birthday. It shows the deep link between personal and planetary care. Perez connects birth, fire, and love to remind us that our smallest rituals, like blowing out a candle, reflect the small forces shaping our planet. If we truly care for our children, we must also care for the world they'll inherit. Craig Santos Perez reminds us that every act of care, every meal shared, every candle blown out, carries meaning in a world that is burning. His poem links a family's worth to the planet's suffering, showing that love and survival depend on the same fragile balance. Today, as wildfires rage across continents and humanitarian crises unfold in places like Congo, Sudan, and Gaza, Perez's message feels urgent. The fires in his poem are no longer just metaphors. They are the hunger, displacement, and violence consuming lives around us. His words call us not only to notice the heat, but to act, to extend compassion beyond our own homes, to fight for peace, and to care for every child, every land as if they were our own. Thank you for listening to my presentation.